Hairpin is a symbol of the Cincinnati Zoo's success in working with Sumatran rhinos.
We are actually the most successful in breeding Sumatran rhinos in captivity, and that's worldwide.
CREW, or the Center for Conservation and Research of Endangered Wildlife, was the first place to successfully breed the rhinos in captivity and return offspring to the country of origin.
There aren't a lot of zoos who have done that much for a species.
Hairpin goes to Indonesia this fall and hopes that he will continue to contribute to the population there. Only about 100 Sumatran rhinos remain in the world, so the struggle is on to save the species.
If we cannot allow a species like that, which is so harmless and so peaceful, to survive, then what does it really say about humanity in general?
CREW has worked for years with Sumatran rhinos. It is in the early stages of working with the polar bear population.
The polar bear, we have not yet even learned exactly how to do artificial insemination. We've started trying, but we're really just at square one.
The center here not only works with animals, but plants as well. Plants such as the African violet.
Most people don't know much about endangered plants, and it's one of the ones that most people do know.
There are many varieties of African violets, but the parent plant grows only in Kenya and Tanzania.
The few remaining populations there are listed either as endangered or critically endangered.
CREW works with hundreds of endangered plants.
Seed banking is the best way to store plants over a long period of time, but some plants you just can't do that.
Those are the plants with which this lab works. In addition to animal tissue and semen, plant DNA is preserved in the cryo-biobank.
We generally are freezing the very small tip of the growing shoot of those tissues.
Occasionally, tissue is removed from the cryo-biobank and reanimated.
You're working with tissue that is 20 years old that is now actually producing new plants.
Recently, the lab has had success with a plant called Ziziphus salata, which will eventually be returned to its place of origin to grow in the wild.
I hope they send us pictures someday of them actually surviving.
With all the work on plants and animals, the Cincinnati Zoo is one of the most active combatants in the fight to preserve species.
People come to the zoo and they have a great time, but they need to know that there's a bigger cause, and they're supporting it when they come here.
Passenger pigeons went extinct when the last known member of the species died at the Cincinnati Zoo in 1914. Plants and animals are under even more pressure today.
We're losing these species more and more rapidly.
Despite the challenges, those who work with CREW remain hopeful.
We're optimists here. We believe that we can save the wildlife, and we're going to work hard to do that.
The main threat to species is habitat loss caused by a variety of factors, from human population growth to climate change.